Hi guys, today we are going to learn the where clause and its use in practice in SQL. The where clause in SQL is used to filter and retrieve specific rows from a database table based on a specified condition or a set of conditions. It allows you to narrow down the result and give you only those rows that meet the criteria you specify. It's a fundamental and essential component of SQL that allows you to control which rows are included in the result of the query. So let's cover them in practice and at the end solve the real world questions. Assume we have a table called film here and we want to retrieve all the data from this film table. Pay attention that I am inside of my MyDB folder. Inside of my database, all the tables are inside of this MyDB folder. So if I want to retrieve all the rows from this table, I will just type in the select all from film, the name of the table here, and click on the run button, and it will retrieve all the rows and columns from this table. But if I want to specify what exactly I want from this table, I will add in the where clause and filter my data based on one condition. Let's say that I have a column called like this one, rental rate, and I want to retrieve all the rows where rental rate is less than 2.99, for example. So I will type in the rental rate because this is the name of the column, and click in or type in the less than 2.99 and click on the run button here, and it will retrieve all the rows where rental rate is less than 2.99. Okay, but if I want to add a couple of more filters here, like these ones, for example, I have the rating column again. Apart from this rental rate, I want to select my data based on this rating too. I don't want to just select all the rows where, for example, rating is here. So if I want to add in the filter here, I will just add in the AND condition and type in the rating equals to, for example, I want to retrieve all the rows where rating is equals to PG, right? So I will add in the PG inside of single quotes because PG is the text here. Pay attention that this is a numerical data, so we don't need the single quotes here, but when we want to just sort it based on these text values, we are just adding the single quotes and clicking on the run button here. So if you pay attention, you will see that the rating and rental rate, both these columns have been sorted, have been filtered, and we have two conditions here. We can even add one more condition, for example, length. I want to retrieve all these rows based on this length too. If I just click and type in length, right, is greater than 100, it will do what? Filter and print out all the rows where the length, rental rate, and rating are defined like here. Like, click on the run button here, and it says that we have a syntax error. What is the syntax error here? If I just click run again, you could see the lengths have been sorted too. We have, as you can see, we have sorted 3 columns here: the rental rate, length, and rating here. Okay, and you can keep on filtering as much as you want. It's up to you. That's why where clause is very powerful in SQL. You can use whenever you like it. We can of course use the distinct clause if you want. What is the distinct clause? As an example, I will type in the select all from film, right? Again, film. Or let's just add in one column here, rating from film. And if I just select this query and run it, it will show up your result here. But if I just I have 2 queries here and click on the run button, it will give an error because the command prompt will not understand what query exactly you want to select here. But I have selected here is this one and click on the run, and it will print out the data here, the values, text values here, the rating column values here. But if I use the distinct clause here, distinct, and select this query here and click on the run, it will print out what? All the distinct or unique values inside of the rating column in this field table here. That's why distinct sometimes might be useful for you, where you can use even distinct with multiple columns to retrieve unique combination of values across those columns. This is often used in cases where you want to find unique pairs. For example, you are just adding the select, distinct, and adding what? Replacement cost, for example. The name of the table here, this will be replacement cost. And we have two columns and want to print out the distinct values of these columns in this table. If I click on the run here, it will do what? Print out the distinct values across each column here. But pay attention that we have duplicate values here. Why this is a problem? It means that you can't find the same value for both columns because both of them are distinct, and the reason for repeating these duplicate values in the second column is the different values in the first column here, like this one. So the query should match both conditions, both columns here. That's why it will just retrieve it like that. But don't pay attention to this. You have selected or sorted it in the right way. Distinct applies to both of these columns here right now. After where condition, we could add in the order by statement, which sorts out your data. For example, you have been added the rental rate and PG renting and length here, but you can do what? If I just run this one, right? And you can add in what? The order by statement here. For example, the replacement cost column here is has a random values here, but you want to just order this table based on this replacement cost, so you will add in the order by, again order by, and type in the what? Replacement cost, the name of the column, right? If I just select this query and run it again, it will order it in a default. By default, will order it in an ascending order here. But if I want to sort all the rows from the highest to the lowest one, I will just click on the enter and split this code. It will not print an error, don't worry. So if I want to sort it from the highest to the lowest, I will just add in what? The desk keyword here and select this query again and click on the run, and it will sort all the rows from the highest to the lowest here. You will see it will start from the 29 and end to the smallest, like 9.99 here. From this condition, we could exclude the specific rows if we want, by adding what? By adding the exclamation and equal sign to the query. How we will do this? Let's see that we want to, from this condition, we want to exclude specific rows. Which rows? I want to exclude, for example, these values, like these values, 25.99, these values, and these rows, all these rows where the row contains this value. If I want to do it like that, I will just add in a condition here, like AND condition, and type in the replacement cost not equals like this one, exclamation and equal sign, 25.99, and select this query again, run it, and if we pay attention to the replacement call, if we have a look here, you will see that 25.99 typed rows have been removed from this data here. We don't have it anymore. And like this one, we could just add in as much conditions as we want, if you like. Okay. Also, if we want to exclude specific rows, instead of this explanation and equal sign, we can just add in what? The less and greater than signs here. The code would work perfectly okay here without problems. if I select it and click on the run button here, you could say the result will be the same. As the result is the same here. Okay, and one more thing, if sometimes when you have a column with a long name like this one, replacement cost, and you don't want to just each time add in this word because it's long and it might be complex for you, so instead of the column name, we can add what, the numerical or the number here, but we should count it here like this: first, second, third, fourth, release here the fourth column, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, and 10th. If I add in the 10th instead of the replacement cost and click on the run here, run, it will again sort it like in the previous format, because it will sort it based on the column name, but instead of the column name we will add in what, the number here. Okay, as you can see here in the original language ID, we have these null values. You can include or exclude these null valued rows if you want. There is a default function name. You are just need to add it if you want by typing the and, for example, the name of the column, original language ID. If you want to just exclude all these rows which contain the null values in this column, you are just typing the is not null, and it will exclude all the rows where it has null values. If I just run it, it will say that we don't have a row that which is not containing the null values. All the rows contains the null values here. So if I just delete this null and type in the run here, it will again, the result will be as the previous ones because all the rows contains null values here. Okay, we can of course have apart from this and condition, we have what, the or condition or statement. What does it do? If I just again select everything from field in a new line here, again run it, and I want to again give a condition where, for example, rental rate, where rental rate, for example, is less than 2.99, and give a condition, two conditions, right? The first one will be what, the rating is equals to PG, for example, PG, and adding the and keyword, the rating equals to NC 17, right? If I just run this query here, it will not print out anything because this condition says that I want to print out all the rows where the rental is less than 2.99, and the rating rating should be either equal to PG and NS 17. In that case, it will just print out nothing here. But instead of if I will add in the or statement here and click on the run, we could see that inside of the rating column here, in the rating column, it would print both PG and NC17 typed values, because we have given the or statement here, and we have told that my condition should be that rental rate should be less than 2.99 as a mandatory, but rating could be either PG or NS17, either of these options here. That's why we are just adding what, the or condition here, or statement I mean. Okay, I can even add in one more statement like and, again it would work without problems. For example, replacement cost again is not equals to 20, like replacement cost is less than, for example, 25.99, and I will select this query, click on the run, and it will sort out all the values where the replacement cost is less than 25.99, rating is equal to either PG or NS17, and rental rate is less than 2.99. And now I can easily do what? I will pick up some of these queries and paste it to my Jupyter notebook for the portfolio use. If you want, you can do the same, because these queries might be useful for you in the future. If I just click, I have already loaded my SQL here, load SQL, and Postgre my database here. And right now, if I have multiple clients here, I will add in 2% sign here and click on the run button. But if I have like this one line, it's enough to just put in one percentage sign and click on the run here, right? But with 1% sign, it will print an error if you have multiple lines like this one. Okay, so that's why I would recommend you to put 2% sign and make it a bit like understandable, and replacement cost is equals to 25, and again original language is null, and again you'll see how many and statements do we have. Length is equal to length is greater than 100. Order by 10 here, and click on the run, and you will see it will print out all this existing data into the Jupyter notebook here. And from here you can anytime you can download it or upload it to the GitHub for portfolio use, and just repeat your code when it's needed. But in the future we will add lots of queries in the future, don't worry about it. That's it for now. Thank you for watching this video. Subscribe to my channel. Have a good day. Bye.